Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unlimited, Air India suffers first B787 fatal accident. South Africa passes controversial rule and grounds 1,400 aircraft. China's massive cargo drone completes maiden flight. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Talon. Let's get into today's stories. Air India suffers first B787 fatal accident. Air India Flight 171, a Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, went down in Ahmedabad, Gujarat very shortly after lifting off from runway 23 at Ahmedabad International Airport in India. Indian news reports indicate that all but one of the 242 passengers and crew perished in the accident, and so far as many as 5 people on the ground may have been killed as well. This is the first major accident and hull loss in the Boeing 787's history, spanning over a decade and over 100 airframes. Multiple videos of the departure and subsequent impact show the aircraft using the full length of the runway and maintaining some manner of flight for approximately 30 seconds. Shortly after rotation and departure, the aircraft's climb curtailed and the aircraft was seen to maintain a pitch-positive attitude while sinking to the point of impact, about 1.5 kilometers from the end of the runway. The landing gear was still seen to be extended, and it appears that flaps are not deployed or are only minimally so, but only so much can be gained from the quality of the video. The aircraft went down in a residential area. Unlike some on the internet who are already posting wildly about the tragedy, we haven't a clue as to what happened and will await actual facts and results of professional investigations. After the break, 4 Forces and King Schools partner on flight school software.
Meet the first of a new generation of the M-Class family. The M700 Fury. An aircraft worthy of the name, an indomitable force. The M700 Fury transcends traditional limits. With more power, blistering performance, a finely appointed interior, and the luxury of what matters most. Time. Experience the Fury. Join the legacy.
The legendary BD4C program is building an exciting future for those who want a rugged 4-seat family flyer with a proven history. The SureWings program produces a complete kit and builder assist program that gives you everything you need to be flying a BD4CS in record time. For conventional kit builders, BD Aviation has parts, partial kits, and full kits for the 190-mile-per-hour BD4C that has logged thousands of hours. Visit surewings.com and bdaviation.com for more details.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. 4 Forces and King Schools partner on flight school software. King Schools and 4 Forces announced a collaboration that integrates the Cessna Flight Training System's course tracking application with 4 Forces Flight School Management Software Suite. The integrated software packages eliminate the need for double or triple entry of flight training data between the flight lesson tracking system and the scheduling and billing systems. For flight schools using both the 4 Forces and King Schools applications, their record-keeping, scheduling, and billing has become much easier. CAF to join FAA Rulemaking Committee. The Commemorative Air Force has been invited by the FAA to participate as a member of the Aviation Rulemaking Committee, a congressionally mandated body charged with providing the agency with critical information, recommendations, and advice regarding its rulemaking affecting a wide range of stakeholders across the aviation industry. The FAA has a host of advisory committees for every conceivable topic within the industry, 20 that it calls active committees, with the ARC being a federal advisory committee within the active group of committees. Hansen helicopter CEO sentenced to 33 years on 110 counts. John Walker, former president and CEO of Hansen Helicopters, has been sentenced to nearly 34 years in federal prison on 110 criminal counts for crimes ranging from bribery to falsification of aircraft records. His crimes are tied to up to 30 crashes that claimed 9 lives. Walker has a long history with Hansen, purchasing the Guam-based company in 1998 after spending years working for it in various positions. He then expanded the operator's fleet to nearly 50 aircraft, primarily vintage Hughes 369 helicopters, used to spot tuna for boats in the Western Pacific. Sporty's new IFR Focus for instrument pilots. Sporties announced the introduction of IFR Focus, a new online publication dedicated entirely to instrument flying. It's designed for both active IFR pilots as well as those working toward the instrument rating, and it offers practical, pilot-centered advice on staying sharp within the IFR system. IFR Focus will deliver fresh new content every week, produced and written by a team of experienced CFIs, pro pilots, and those who use the system regularly as active instrument flyers. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. South Africa passes controversial rule and grounds 1,400 aircraft. With practically no warning, South Africa's Civil Aviation Authority has pushed a controversial regulation into action that requires overhauls for any aircraft engine older than 12 years. This rule grounds upwards of 1,400 aircraft until the pricey service is performed. SACAA argues that this decision was purely made for safety reasons. 12 years is a fairly standard period for engine manufacturers to advise between overhauls, even if its flight time remains under the recommended TBO. Ignoring this advisory could increase the risk of dangerous mechanical failures and engine issues. The agency claims, quote, aging components, particularly in critical engine assemblies, can experience metal fatigue, corrosion, and rubber degradation that are invisible during external inspections. Overhaul intervals are designed to identify these failures before they become safety risks, end quote. While scheduled overhaul regulations aren't necessarily out of the ordinary, they typically apply to commercial operators. It's worth mentioning that the cost of this service is often less significant to this side of the industry, unlike GA, where an overhaul could cost as much as the aircraft itself. Price isn't the regulation's only critique. Many argue that the policy shift is a power overreach that damages local flight training and tourism operators, jeopardizing thousands of jobs. After these messages, China's massive cargo drone completes maiden flight.
I'm currently using the Hartzel Talon, by far the best aerobatic propeller ever come out.
I use the Trailblazer. It adds performance to the super decathlon and dependability, and it's rugged.
Hartzel's been an excellent partner for Whip Air, just in terms of your product support as well as keeping an eye on the market and developing new products that meet demand.
It's helping us all have better performing airplanes.
It's such a proud honor to fly behind that propeller.
Welcome back. China's massive cargo drone completes maiden flight. China has completed the maiden flight of its heavy-lift cargo drone, the CH-YH-1000. The bird is part of China's growing effort to modernize transport infrastructure through unmanned aviation. The flight took place in northwest China. Though flight specifics were left out, the company's statement claims that the CH-YH-1000 met all performance targets and returned favorable data. The CH-YH-1000 is a twin-engine, medium-altitude UAV built specifically for cargo missions in rugged and infrastructure-poor areas. Its design follows a traditional cargo aircraft layout and incorporates avionics systems from the established CH drone family. The drone's key specifications include a range of 1,000 miles, a 10-hour endurance, and an 8,000-meter service ceiling. It can carry a payload of up to 2,200 pounds, accommodating 4 1-cubic-meter cargo pallets. Even with a heavy load, the CH-YH-1000 supports STOL operations from improvised surfaces and dirt roads, even snow and water in certain configurations. In January, the drone passed a full load taxi test and demonstrated mechanical readiness under stress conditions. Test engineers then confirmed that a few more adjustments were needed before the CH-YH-1000 would take to the skies. The successful maiden flight marks the end of its initial development phase, which was launched just 1 year ago. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.